Hey everyone, sorry for that sudden beginning there. This just likes to start up when it's on standby anytime it hears noise, like mainly cars and all that. But I want to talk about this. I want to kind of give you guys an idea of what my Philips BD 1200 is. Now if you look it up online, and I'll provide a link to where you can look it up, and the adapter I'll be talking about in a second, and see what they're about. Now, the BD 1200 is a Blu-ray player. And now it's actually more along the lines of a, well, it's mainly along the lines of a regular standard Blu-ray player. It's basically just a regular player. It's got no special features unless maybe you have to update it with software, do a software update, I mean, and see what happens from there. But overall, it's just a standard Blu-ray player. And for me, that's alright, because with my Xbox, my Xbox 360, I have the features that a lot of Blu-ray players have been gaining lately. I mean, for about the same price that I paid for mine, hold on a second. But like I said, for about the same price I paid for mine, the Funya Blu-ray player that's in my living room, or in my family's living room, has some added features. It has Netflix, it has YouTube, it has VUDU, or whatever it's called for my company, Walmart VDU. And it's also got the apps that go with it, like Facebook, Dailymotion, you name it. So yeah, for about the same price, all it is a regular standard Blu-ray player. And of course, it's also a Philips Blu-ray player, so that's to be expected. Now, as far as the Blu-ray itself goes, it's actually quite good. Now, I don't know what this one person on Amazon.com means by it's not, that the right cord, that the cord for it is not the right cord. The cord is connected to the Blu-ray player. I don't know what this guy's talking about. All I can think of is maybe it's a competitor, and they don't like to be outdone by the competition. That's all I can think of. Because I noticed that out of all the rave reviews certain things get, like Blu-ray players, adapters, you name it, TVs, whatever, a lot of people will come out, and even what I'm holding here, digital voice recorder, these will all get tremendous praise and get positive reviews all around. And yet you'll always have somebody that will come out and say, oh, well, this is not good, this is bad, this has got this flaw, this has got that flaw, you should try this. And when you see those kind of people, you should say to yourself that they're basically working for competition, and they don't like to be overshown, they don't like to be outshined. But anyway, as far as I'm concerned right now, and I do have a warranty on this Blu-ray player. So if anything happens, I can take it back to my job and get it replaced. Basically, I got a replacement plan, 2-year plan, if you will. But anyway, this is actually quite a good Blu-ray player. I mean, just for being a standard player, it's pretty good. And from what I have seen, from what I've played, the quality is great. I mean, I have a flat screen TV, a regular flat screen TV, still when they were boxed in, kind of square. not an HD, just a regular flat screen. Some of you have seen it in some of my videos. But it's a regular flat screen TV. So for me to see what the picture looks like on there, courtesy of a Blu-ray player, that is unbelievable. Now the features that this has speaks for itself. The features are quite good. For example, one of the features is, well, the remote itself. The remote's a standard Blu-ray remote, but it's actually quite more than that. It's actually quite more than that. For example, when it's got a little thing, and I'll probably show you a video on this later on, but it's basically got a little button on one of the remotes that looks like an index. That looks like it's an index thing. It's kind of like all indexed. It's kind of got a line on the side and 3 lines. Well, that's your display info button. That's your information button. And what that does is bring out all the information with, whether it's you want to. Basically, it's an overall easy display button. It allows you to check out all the different options you have on there, like info. You want information about the movie, about like the time and how long the movie is and what chapter it's on. Boom, right off the bat, they give you the info. If you want to choose different languages, you want to put subtitles, that's fine. And then to top it all off, this is one thing I've noticed that some people have said Blu-rays don't have. It has a zoom option. Yeah, you can actually zoom in on your Blu-ray movie, and probably even on your DVD movies. So that's pretty good. You can zoom in, and I like that. I really do. I like the fact that you can zoom in on your Blu-rays. That's pretty cool. Now, again, overall it works very, very well. The only thing that I think might bug people is when you're trying to do like a slow motion deal, like if you want to look at something frame by frame. Well, when you figure that out, basically I think it's the next chapter button. It's like the chapter button or something like that. But once no, actually it's not the chapter button, it's the pause button. It's actually the pause button. But when you figure that out, or when you notice that, the only thing that I think you might find annoying is the fact that you're going to have the pause icon in front of the screen. Yeah, so unless you want to zoom in and make sure you don't have that, I don't know how else you're going to do it. But yeah, you can have the pause icon now, unless you could take that off, which I think you can. I'll have to check into that. You're going to end up having the pause button, or the pause icon in front of the screen. Now, another good feature about this is it does adapt to whatever resolution that you have and whatever screen size you have. So all you have to do is go to the settings, go to TV video, and you can choose to either stay in the 16:9 widescreen, or you could decide, hey, I want to go and have regular 4:3 pan scan or regular 4:3 standard, and there you go. And then when you go down to the HDMI output or HDMI video, you could choose to either stay in 1080p or 1080i, or you could go and do 720p, or you can do the standard 480i or the standard 480p. And there you go. And it works. The only thing that I think might annoy people at first is when they start the movie up, is that when it goes to its menu or gets ready to start up, or mainly when it goes to its menu, that it will kind of go black for a second, go blank, and then go back to the menu, but go back to the menu in the regular or in the chosen chosen ratio that you have chosen for courtesy of HDMI. So yeah. It's got those kind of features and I like it. It's got those kind of features and I like it, so that's pretty cool. Another thing, so You know, overall it's a decent Blu-ray player, so I definitely would recommend it if you just want a standard Blu-ray to start off with. And now, as far as the other item, the Etekcity HDMI to AV adapter, it does exactly what it says it does. This is why a lot of people like it, because it does exactly what it says it does. It basically allows you to take a Blu-ray player or anything like a PS4 or PS3 or an Xbox One that requires you to use HDMI primarily, or even lets you take Roku or Chromecast or Apple TV, and it basically allows you to play those games or watch those systems on your standard, 4:3 screen. So yeah, a TV like mine, whenever I get a PS4 down the line, which I will, or an Xbox One, I'll be able to play this. I'll be able to play the systems on there. And if I ever choose like someday to get a Roku, I'll be able to do that too. So overall, it definitely lives up to what people say it can do. And I think the only annoying part that might get people is that when you turn off your system, whatever it is, that you'll get like a little bit of a color line, and that's it. But that's only because it's converting stuff. It's basically using a conversion kind of deal. But overall, it does the job nicely. So that's all I'm going to say on them. I'll put links down below so you guys can check them out yourself and consider maybe you want to get one or two in the future. And I'll talk to y'all later.